Hello, everybody. I'm here again, and this time I've got Ximena de la Serna. Welcome, Ximena.
Thank you so much, Vite. I'm so happy to be here, finally being
We're so happy to have you here.
Yay!
Let's kickstart this interview.
Yeah.
Who are you, Ximena?
So yeah, my name is Ximena or Ximena. You can spell it both ways or say it both ways. I'm actually from Colombia, although I've been based in London for the past 10 years. So I'm pretty much a Londoner now. But yeah, I grew up between Colombia and Spain because I come from a very adventurous family where my parents wanted to travel the world and they didn't care that they have a little kid with them. So they would just travel with me.
Sounds great, actually.
It was great.
Yeah.
So I grew up between Europe and Colombia. I was always just spending time in both, going to school in both.
Yeah.
So I kind of grew up in both of the worlds. Consider myself a Latina, but also consider myself an European. So I'm kind of like an European Latina or something like that. And then, so yeah, that's me. I was talking to you before how since I was a kid and because I come from a family of doctors, I think that was the reason why I was always very into the human body. I was very interested in health. But I was never interested in it from a medical perspective. My parents always asked me to be a doctor. They were like, oh, you're interested in this. You are going to be the next doctor in our family because we don't have enough. So, but I always said no. Actually, there's nothing about being a doctor that calls to me. I don't see myself as a doctor. I could see what the doctors in my family did. And although I have a huge respect for them, it wasn't my calling. It was something else.
Right.
And I was more about communicating, about speaking, about writing. I've always been a very avid writer and an avid reader, investigating and writing. It was more about me absorbing good information. And then I felt that I had an easiness for expressing that information to others. So I ended up studying communication and journalism. And that's what I thought I was going to be. But then I only practiced that for about 2 years when I discovered in my 20s that I wanted to be an online entrepreneur. And I started my entrepreneurship back in 2012. And it started online, it started very little, it started to grow. It was a lot of work, but I knew I wanted to do that. And that led to XimenaDelaSerna.com, which is where, this is my site, where I help women, Spanish-speaking women in the world achieve their dream of a free life thanks to their own business. So I help them to create a business that is powerful, that is going to make them take charge of their lives and do whatever they want to do because I'm so passionate about women.
I think I could actually answer the next question myself. What 3 words best describe you? And I would say passionate, a true entrepreneur, and you can add one other word.
Curious.
Curious.
Very curious. Everything.
Journalist, you have to be.
Yeah. I think so. And all my life, I had a teacher, I used to, when I was back in school, I was always very distracted but not in a bad way. I was actually very good to my teachers. I wasn't a bad kid. I was very I liked my teachers, but I was always dreaming and thinking about things and never paying attention and always talking. And they were like, man, honestly, they used to, even at university, Vite, they used to put me at the end of the class because they were like, you talk too much, go to the end of the class.
I recognize, we have many similarities.
Oh my God. And I used to laugh because I was already in my 20s and my teachers were putting me alone at the end of the class. I was like, oh my God.
Okay. Question 3. In one sentence, what led you to the low-carb way of life?
It was poor health. It was PCOS. Yeah. Poor health.
That is what you are going to talk about in Mallorca.
Exactly.
This is really serious stuff all over the world. So I think this is a very good subject.
It's very, very serious.
Yeah. So number 4, what topic in the low-carb world is most exciting to you?
So many. Obviously, the one that relates to women hormones.
Yeah.
Because eating low carb is such a boost to women hormones, especially if you are already suffering from bad hormones. That I think that's the one. And because I'm all about women, anything that has to do with women is like, yes, I want to know more.
Ladies is just perfect for you.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. So I would say hormones and female hormones are the thing that appeals to me the most.
No, okay. So number 5, what is the one thing you wish everyone knew about a low carb way of eating?
I wish they knew how good they're gonna feel when they do it, and I wish they knew that they have never felt like that before.
That would be easy for us.
Yes.
If people were like that, I sign under for that.
Absolutely. If you knew how good you're gonna feel, you will be signing for life.
So, what would you consider to be the true joy in your life?
The true joy?
True joy. What do you enjoy?
The most that I enjoy the most is spending time with people. I was saying to Kim, a diet doctor, the Spanish side of diet doctor the other day, that when I feel the most like myself is when I'm on a stage. So for me to be with people and be communicating and giving them what I know, man, that's my bliss point.
Yeah, another similarity. I love. I'm what we say in Sweden, a theater monkey.
Oh yay!
That you really like to. Yeah.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
And that's why.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you're fire.
Yeah, yeah, and with my ginger hair. Really.
Yes, and that's why you and I get along, because I'm air. I'm Aquarius. I'm air and fire. Get on like a house on fire.
Okay, so last question. What expectations do you have for KetoLadies event?
For the event itself, I just want to know more people in this keto world and low carb, especially women, and learn about their journeys in this adventure, because that will give me even more insight to actually know what they suffer from and how they are fixing it thanks to this way of eating and this way of life. So that would help me a lot. But what I really, and outside of the actual event, for me to know that this is happening in Europe for the first time, what I want is this to spread like gunpowder. I want everyone to know about this. I want everyone to hear about this. And this is very exciting for me because, Vite, in English, we're little, okay? But in Spanish, I think I'm the only one talking about this.
And so you're very needed.
Exactly. Yeah. So if this is happening in Europe and people who speak Spanish can come to this event, this is going to be huge. I want people, it's community.
Make a Spanish speaking event sometime.
Exactly.
In the future. You know, we are called the low carb universe, and it's in the universe we can get in a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
So we just adapt to what people want.
Exactly.
So thank you very much, Ximena. It was great to talk to you.
I'll be the same thing. I'm so excited.
Forward to see you in Puerto de Soya in March. It's going to be cool, super cool.
It's super cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, Vite. Thank you. Kisses.
Besos.
Besos, sí.